Well, good afternoon on this Friday, kicking off February.
I know.
Not
it's crazy.
too bad. It's crazy. It's going fast already. I'm your host, Sheila Stephen. Welcome to WCSM's General Store with Mark Raper, Kurt Durnall, and Bill Williams, and you. And we're glad you're with us, and we hope that we keep asking you. We're trying not to be too forceful, but we're trying to get you to bring all your friends with you to the General Store. Sit back and relax and enjoy the time with us, because we're going to do the same with you. So hopefully you're having a great Friday so far. Well, guys, how was your week? Everything good? Everything
Very
good on
nice.
on the home fronts and everything good?
Overly blessed.
Yep.
Well, isn't that the truth?
Crazy
Always.
blessed, yeah.
Always. Yep, for sure. So we've got big doings. I understand the Super Bowl's coming up now.
Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I know. Is that something? Is that right? I don't know if yes, yeah. So
Their
the
marketing, they don't really do.
Yeah, they
a lot
don't
of,
really.
Yeah,
They kind of fly under the radar a little bit.
Right.
Are
gotta
you a
really-
Super Bowl watcher or fan?
Yep. And my kids always get tickled because we watch it. We used to have church service and then come home after church service and I had it taped.
Oh, sure. Uh-huh.
So I'd tell nobody to call.
Right.
Don't ruin the game.
Stay off social media.
Stay off social media. But my kids would be always disappointed because I'd say we're gonna have a big party and they're like, "Who's coming?" I'm like, "No one, just us."
Just us.
And they're like, "This is no party." I'm like, "It's a good party for me."
Yeah, right. For one thing, I don't have to buy all the food.
Right.
Well,
I do buy some, the
for you
snack
guys.
trays and
Yeah,
things
yeah.
like that. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
We have fun with it though.
We
like the commercials.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Everybody watches out for them. Isn't it ridiculous, though? The money spent on Super Bowl commercials. I'm sorry. I don't mean to get on a soapbox. Imagine the good that money could do.
Oh my gosh.
In other places. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
are we just a frivolous society? But anyway, I digress.
No, you're right. You're right. I mean, that's not the only place that
Oh, no.
money's being
It's
thrown away.
everywhere, for sure. For sure.
You hear about these studies of, what do ants do in this weather and in this climate, or, how many people
Do we care?
pick their nose on a
Somebody said
I
it.
mean,
Here's
it's
my
just-
thought on that, on the whole.
and we're spending federal money on
Right,
that.
right.
Yeah.
My money and your money.
Yeah.
Here's my thought about that. What do ants do in this cold weather?
Right.
They do exactly what God created them to do. And I trust him. So have at
There
it,
you go.
ants.
There
Go
you go.
ahead.
No,
I don't,
no study
doing
needed.
no study
No
needed.
study needed.
They're doing something right because they're still here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they're hard workers too.
Yes.
They're hard workers.
That's for sure. Okay, so are you Super Bowl watchers at your
Yes.
house? Oh, you are?
Oh, yeah.
Like rabid, or is it more just kind of a social kind of thing?
It's well, no, I enjoy the commercials. I enjoy watching the game because it's such a build up, of who's playing and matchups,
Yeah.
and
That's it.
all the backstories, of where these guys came from, who supported them, who mentored them, that type of thing. You see these success stories, and there's one quarterback who's been in a lot of them. Brady, I think is his last
I
name.
thought you was. I was going Peyton Manning.
I was too. I think Manning's done more commercials.
No question about that. Why he would ever do anything else?
Peyton Manning's been in more Super Bowl.
Yeah, commercials.
Commercials.
There it is. I love it. So true.
It did.
Now, who wouldn't want Peyton Manning in there?
Oh, no kidding.
He's hilarious.
Why would he ever
I love watching the Mannings
go
on
do
Monday
anything
night.
else?
No.
Why would he ever leave that?
It's
Why
great.
would he ever leave Monday Night Football? Why would he ever leave commercials? Why would he ever leave entertainment to go coach somewhere? I mean, unless he just has a crazy
for the love of the
desire.
game. I mean, when you love football as much as someone like that does, he's going to still get paid that much and still be quite as famous. If you just love the game and no longer can play, I'm just guessing that's probably the draw. I don't know, but we'll see.
He's doing a great job.
I mean, for instance, like when I left Nashville and moved back home, I knew I was not going to get that record deal, right? I missed the brass ring, and so country radio was the next best thing for me. So I stepped into that role because I was still involved with music and country music, and that's what I'd always said. I'd been on every side of a song. I'd written them, I'd performed them, I was playing them for audiences, like as a on-air personality.
Yeah.
And I would imagine it's probably the same for people like Peyton Manning or Jeff Saturday or whatever. So I don't know. That's just my guess. But So Bill, are you? Go ahead.
That propelled you into podcasting.
Absolutely, it did, and
let's
I'm
just
so
get
glad to be here.
Look at us go.
And look at us go. Are you?
Oh yeah.
Are you big Super Bowl watchers?
Yep. Little story. Mickey, you remember when the Bears and the Colts played?
Oh, sure.
Yes.
Way back when. Well, me and my daughter Mickey and I were the only two wearing Bears
Jerseys.
jerseys. Well, by halftime, Mickey had already trashed hers and was wearing a Colts jersey. So I said, "Wait a minute, you're walking home."
She had a Colts jersey.
Yeah,
That is not even a fan.
that wasn't even nice.
Wow. She's covering all the bases there.
She was.
Now, in that moment, I would have been trash talking all of the Colts fans in the room, just holding out hope that the Bears could pull
would
it
have
out.
done that?
I'm
Ain't
kind of a
scared.
trash talker. Griffin gets it honest. For sure, yeah.
Now, if I remember right, that Super Bowl, Rex Grossman was the
Yes.
quarterback.
He
for
didn't
the
have a
Bears.
very good
Yeah.
night.
And we jumped
Bloomington.
out to a
Indiana.
7-0 lead.
Okay.
Hester run it back for a touchdown, I think.
Right.
Kickoff
Okay.
or something.
Yeah.
And then all
So
of a
there was
sudden,
that
that was
Indiana.
it.
There was that Indiana connection
Oh,
anyway.
yeah.
I mean, it's
Right.
crazy Indiana connection to that Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So
I wish he'd had a longer career in the NFL.
Yeah.
That was so fun to watch that happen.
that was great family.
Yeah, for
Bloomington
sure.
Boy.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. We're football family. Perry played in high school. Garrett's my kid, so obviously I think
Well,
he was
he's
a
good.
great
He's a good
football
player.
player.
He
Was
was.
going to go to college to play
Yeah, he's very good.
before COVID hit. But so yeah, we're usually perched on the couch. I'm always excited to see who's going to sing the national anthem.
yeah.
Yes.
That's the big one for me,
nice.
more so than the
halftime
show.
Yeah.
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 'Cause
That's been
Quite honestly, the
Yeah.
halftime show for
A
me
little bit questionable at times.
is usually falls short, or it has since Prince. Now, Prince, I'm sorry, changed my mind. Prince was the best Super Bowl halftime show of all time, as far as I'm concerned.
okay.
Have you seen it?
I have, but I'd still have to go with Paul McCartney.
Oh, really?
Oh,
See,
no,
for
he's
me, Prince was, it was pouring rain, and he was playing guitar and
Real rain?
yeah, I guarantee you he was
Wasn't
getting the
just the purple
snot shocked out of him, and he didn't miss a beat.
Played on.
Danced in high heels. I mean, the guy wore high heels, and
Was it like your boots that you're wearing now?
no, his were even higher than
Higher
mine,
than
probably.
that, like
yeah.
Kiss boots.
Yes. No. Yeah. He actually wore almost. I don't want to say stilettos, but they were like high heels. But like he was getting shocked. I mean, I've gotten shocked before holding an instrument. You probably have, Bill. You touch the
Yes.
mic, especially in the rain.
Yes.
Crazy.
Yes.
It had to. Have, and he just went right on. I admired him so much for that performance. But anyway, I mean. Used to, I think the commercials were good. I don't think the commercials are that great anymore. Do you feel like they're not as great? Like, remember when the old Budweiser commercials and
Oh, yeah.
They used to be tearjerkers sometimes.
Yeah, I
had a
just-
real nice
Salute to
story.
military
Salute
sometimes.
to military. That's
Mm-hmm.
right. That's right. So, yeah, of course they're not going to be like they used to be.
I hope I can say this. This does not reflect the opinion of you three. For me,
The
I think
general
they're
store.
becoming a little more political and agenda driven. The last Super Bowl, a lot of electric vehicles and a lot of, you know what I mean? Like, just
Oh, yeah.
entertain me.
Right,
Just entertain
exactly.
me. I'll decide what kind of car I want to buy.
I'm with you.
You know?
I'm with you on that. The politics is one thing, and that's a conversation for
Mm-hmm.
some forum. But if I'm just wanting to be entertained,
Right.
maybe we could just leave everybody's politics out
No,
of it.
absolutely.
And just
I don't
entertainment.
want anybody's politics.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Exactly.
I just want to have a good time.
I know a lot of entertainers have said, I like selling albums to both sides of the aisle. I
Right.
don't want to divide my
Right.
base
Exactly.
there. So, yeah, I'm with you on that. I really just want to be entertained. If
I wish we could go back to the days of our grandparents where you don't talk about politics or religion.
And you didn't know.
You had no idea.
Your heroes, you didn't know what.
Your heroes, that's a big one.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
didn't know how they felt about certain things, and it was a good thing.
Yep.
You just really didn't want to know.
For sure.
And our sports heroes used to actually, when there was a war, they would be involved in it.
That's right.
Oh,
You
right.
know?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, even Elvis Presley
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
served, I mean, even if it was a,
Arguably the biggest celebrity
Ted
or star
Williams.
ever
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
went. Yeah.
Ted
Joe
Williams.
DiMaggio.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
all those
these guys
guys.
were unbelievable.
Jimmy Stewart.
Never
All of them served.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
think twice about
Right.
it. And
I don't think that
Very
would
good
happen
point.
today.
Oh
I don't
no.
think so either.
Oh no. I can't imagine
I
it.
don't think Lady Gaga's going to serve.
No, I don't think so.
Now,
Let's
out of
hope
all the
not.
entertainers,
You had to pull Lady
Well,
Gaga.
Lady
out.
Gaga.
Well,
okay.
you know, there are women in.
That's right.
Oh,
That's
totally,
true.
totally.
Yeah.
I just don't know where you came up.
I think he just likes to say Lady Gaga.
I don't know.
Lady Gaga.
You know, when they ask for my
It is
name,
kind of fun. Try it.
when they ask
Lady
for my
Gaga.
name
Lady
in a
Gaga.
restaurant, I sometimes say Lady Gaga.
When they ask for what?
So they'll say, the party of Lady Gaga, come to the front.
No.
And
you
everybody looks around like, Lady Gaga's here?
don't. At the Bloomington, Texas Roadhouse.
And you're waving. Are you?
Hey. It moves you right up the front of the list. They think, we got to get her in here.
Good for you.
Way to go, Mark.
So stealing that.
Another lesson right here
Yeah.
on the general store.
He's
There you go.
pretty valuable.
He's
pretty
got a lot
valuable.
of them, no doubt.
All right, before we take our break, let's go around the table here. Favorite Super Bowl snack?
Without question, chicken wings, but not with the sauce. The dry rub.
Dry rub.
Yeah.
But like a barbecue dry rub or like a more of a buffalo-y?
More like a seasoned sea salt or
Oh.
a jalapeno or
Ooh.
even a Cajun type dry rub.
yeah.
So,
I like that idea.
I won't turn down the sauce,
Sure.
but I prefer the dry rub.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
Oh, definitely chicken wings with the sauce. So I
Just
still
wear
smell
it.
it. I wear it all day.
The next day.
The next day.
Yeah, good.
I like chicken wing. I like the chips and dip.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
and I also like the pepperonis on the little Ritz crackers. I like that.
Nice, bud.
Yeah.
That's good.
Andy Griffith sold me on that one.
You must have had.
That good.
Good cracker. That's right. That's good.
He's got more snacks at his house, and he picked 2 or 3. We're over here just wings.
I told you we have a party on Super Bowl. I didn't.
Now, one thing Lori has taken up is making the charcuterie boards.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
She does a fantastic job at that. I'll throw a picture to Mike and see if he can get it.
She make
Yeah.
designs out of
She
them.
loves it. Yeah, makes
Yeah.
designs and
Football.
they're beautiful.
Football shape, field
Yeah,
goal shape.
that's awesome. You mean the meat and cheese tray?
Exactly.
There's a fancy word for it now.
Charcuterie. Wow.
It's a little more than meat
Gotta
and
watch
cheese,
out.
Sheila. Okay.
Okay.
So let's just leave that right there.
That's a pretty big word for a Green County boy. I'll tell you.
Don't try it. You'll hurt
That's a
yourself.
lot of syllables.
You'll hurt yourself. Don't
But if they're edible, it's okay.
don't try it. I mean, our favorite is. Can I be specific?
Please.
I'm going to give someone a free plug. Buffalo's wings.
Buffalo
I do
Louie's
like
wings.
Buffalo Louie's.
Yeah,
Medium is
yeah.
my favorite sauce.
Yes.
Yep.
Ed will love you for that, and I agree with you.
Yes.
We order those every year, and got to get our Buffalo wings.
I will say, do not ignore the sandwiches there, though.
I know they've just got
Yeah,
everything
you got good
Really,
food.
on the
they
menu.
do.
Yeah,
Really.
good stuff.
Great place.
And it's good
Yeah.
atmosphere.
Oh, the best. The
Very
best.
good.
Yeah. Right here in Bloomington, Indiana.
That's
Yeah.
right.
All right. Well, we'll be talking, I think, more sports coming up. So stick with us here on the General Store. Welcome back to WCSM's General Store. Well, we were talking last segment about football, the NFL, Super Bowl. Let's transition now because you two especially are huge college basketball fans. Like you would disappear. During March Madness, I couldn't find you
Absolutely.
anywhere. When we were still doing the radio show, you were just like MIA. You guys just would just sit and watch
Right.
overload on games.
Our shows were on Friday back then.
Sure.
And of course, the first Thursday and Friday of
Sure.
the tournament.
Yes. Yeah.
I
Can't
mean,
miss it.
You can't.
I don't
Playing
think
games
there's anything better than the first 2 rounds of the NCAA
Yeah.
tournament for me
Yeah.
personally. I just
Now, why is
absolutely.
that?
it's just
so many games.
There's so many
It
games, and
starts at
the
noon.
excitement of David versus Goliath.
The upset.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
1 versus
upset.
16.
It's the closest
Yeah.
thing to the old
That's-
Indiana non-class
Yeah.
tournament that we
Yeah.
used to have,
Yeah.
and that was exciting.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, the movie Hoosiers, that's what it was about. You know,
Yeah.
everybody has a chance.
That's right.
Yes.
So
That's right.
Hickory,
yes,
is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
it is a big place.
I hate that it's all changed so much, though. You know, I mean, like even high school basketball, I liked the one
I did too.
shot. You know, I don't like the
It's-
class tournaments, and
There are a few things that are good. I do
Sure.
see some positives with some players get exposure that would not necessarily, you know, in the years past would not have gotten that exposure.
right.
They're great players, and,
Yeah.
you know, but they wouldn't have made it very far in the tournament.
Well,
otherwise.
tell me why. And I agree with you. There's some advantages to class basketball, but
Right.
tell me why. And I'm thinking there's at least how many classes in high school?
There's four, I
basketball?
believe.
So why can't we have a Final Four of the
Well,
four state
they
champions?
used to do that, and then the 4A was killing the 1A.
Yeah.
They'd have the 4A play the 1A, the 2A play 3A, and then hopefully the better game would be the last game. They did that the very first year, the first couple years.
No kidding. I didn't realize that.
And Bloomfield, my hometown, and the girls won the state championship, and they absolutely got slaughtered.
It was
And
like 1998
it just
or
put
something.
a damper.
Okay.
Our coach got kicked out of the game because she got so upset because of how bad they were getting thrashed, you know, and she was trying to protect her players, of course. And
I've never seen anybody
it just
from
put
Bloomfield get upset
No,
about
it's
that.
it's very rare.
I think
but
it's a
it just
rumor.
left a sour note on their season. You know, you won a championship and then you lost a championship.
Yeah.
So this way you have four happy people, or happy teams.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
did try that though.
I
what
did.
you
I
said.
mean,
yeah.
I'm just thinking that it would
So
make
let me
sense.
ask you this. So for years, since basketball was invented and people went to public school and there was basketball in public school, it worked for years. Why did it change? Why? Is it because
Well-
we've gotten to that participation trophy society
deserves a
where everybody
chance.
gets a chance instead of
It's a tough question to answer.
It is.
I
What
think
do
a
you
lot
think?
of it came to money. You know,
I will. Yeah, you're right. I will tell you this though, and you remember this as well as I do, Bill. You do too. About if you actually won your sectional, that was
huge.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
because the sectional that I grew up in, we played against
Bloomington.
two Bloomington schools.
Right.
We also had Martinsville in
Oh,
our,
right.
on
Yep.
our schedule. And-
That's another reason they changed it because Edgewood very rarely had a chance.
Exactly,
You know.
exactly. So that, but if you did, and they did in the early '90s when they moved it to Bedford,
Oh,
like-
yeah.
Eastern Green was the next
out of the
section.
fire into
Andy
the fire.
played, yeah.
Yeah, you remember. So,
Oh, yeah.
but that was, and I think that's taken away a little bit. It's still great to win a sectional. Don't get me wrong. I'd love it for you if you win a sectional.
But it doesn't mean as much.
But back then
was a
when
big
you
deal.
were knocking off Goliath
Right.
Yeah.
to
Yes.
get there,
Yeah.
and somebody you probably had no business playing against, that was crazy special.
Yeah.
Crazy special.
And, you know, it was crazy, but the Greene County sectional winner, it was WR Lions, L&M. You might remember L&M.
Absolutely. Lions and Marco.
And they would go over to Terre Haute and they would win that regional almost every year. Well, I think the Terre Haute schools got tired of that. Okay, every year we're having to play these Greene County schools. They're coming over here and beating us. And I think that's another reason that they got tired of losing the regionals to the.
Well, now the Terre Haute schools, were they smaller than?
Oh no,
No, they're not.
I was going to
I
say
know, that's
that's
what I'm saying.
interesting. Of course,
But
not
that's
surprising
what- that
because
was
Greene
the-
County, they put out some athletes. Them was
Oh my
good
gosh,
old boys down
yes,
there. You know what I mean?
absolutely.
Well, the
Absolutely.
Graves brothers, you know, they all. I think three of them went to Butler, and you know, very good. Oliphant at L&M went to IU.
Right.
Patterson went to Purdue.
Yeah.
I mean, they had some great players, you know,
Yeah.
and they were
Those
tough.
boys out there playing every summer night out there on the barn
Backside
at the
of the
barn.
barn. I did it a lot.
Yeah, boy.
You used the
Yeah.
tractor tire marks as your free throw line.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yes.
And you can see what an athlete he turned into.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes. I
Yeah,
mean,
nothing.
see.
I did like playing outdoors
Amen.
on the barn.
but he knows as much about it as
Oh, that's not true.
everybody plays
Oh,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Probably.
I enjoy
great.
it. I enjoy it.
So-
It has changed though.
But
That's the thing. It has changed.
Yeah, a lot.
I don't know for the
So-
better, but you know we still have high school
Well,
basketball.
and I don't
so-
want to sit here and sound like,
Like
my grandparents did back in the day.
Back in the good old days.
Yeah, but
like the Terre Haute schools
We
when
used
they
to
were
walk
complaining.
50 miles to school in the snow uphill. Oh, go
Both
ahead.
ways.
but both ways, yes. But I mean, I think there is something to that now that I'm wearing those shoes. I can understand why my grandparents was like, "Oh, you kids don't know what you missed because back in the good old days," or it's not as good as it used to be, or whatever. Which is kind of the really jumping off point for this show, the general store, is we miss Mayberry, and I think
Right.
that plays in to
Right.
that
So true.
quite a bit. Is I do miss the good old days,
Right.
and it just everything has become so much more commercialized, and including or especially our sports.
Right.
College athletes are getting paid now, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I wasn't a fan of that either.
Well, they're officially getting paid.
No. Yes. Right.
Legally.
I
But-
think there's been a little bit of payment before.
No. Yeah.
What are you implying here?
I don't know.
What are you saying?
I've heard rumors.
But if I didn't know about it, then it's okay.
It was illegal.
Right.
Now
Supposedly.
it's completely legal. I don't
it's
know.
it's out in the open.
I'm really excited. Deion Sanders was hired at Colorado a couple months ago,
Yeah.
and
Everybody's going to play. Everybody's jumped in the
I
portal.
downloaded their schedule. I want to see what he does there. One of his
He's
speeches.
already done it once.
I know.
Isn't that crazy?
And now I'm hoping he jumps around the country and ends up at IU.
I would love that. I would love that.
But the problem is nobody's ever going to stay at their school. Everybody's going to.
Yeah.
It's going to be like a train.
It's already
They're all
happening.
going to.
Exactly. They're going to follow him.
Yeah, it's already happening.
Yeah,
He
but
is the
people
Pied
are
Piper,
jumping
but
schools like crazy anyway.
His one of his first speeches to his players was, "I don't
Yes.
want you thinking about what is it? SNL? What's the name likeness?
NIL.
Image? NIL.
Yeah.
I don't want you thinking NIL. I want you thinking NFL. 'Cause that's where I'm going to prepare you to go. And I think that's where the focus needs to be. Still, is your post-college career, whenever that is. If that's
Right.
after your freshman year, or if that's after your senior year, but he's all about the hard work, man. I tell you, I'm
Griffin
mesmerized.
was telling me
Yeah.
that he, the very first day we got in the locker room, that he pretty much told him, I said, if you don't want to win, out. There's the door, because I don't want people like that to play for me.
Yeah.
We're here to win.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
How many
amazing.
coaches can say that now?
I know.
You get in trouble
Exactly
for that,
right.
that
And he has such an advantage because people want to play for him. People
Right.
want to play
Right.
for Coach Prime. I mean, can you imagine how cool that would be?
And he's
to
using-
play for him.
He's using technology to his advantage.
Oh,
he's having
doing
the
great.
cameras. I noticed his very first day in there. They follow him everywhere.
Yeah.
They watch everything he's doing, and he's wanting that.
Yeah. Oh,
he's
sure.
asking for him to do.
He's
it.
always
Yes.
Oh,
Neon
But-
Dion.
but,
Mr. Marketing.
Yeah,
he's
absolutely.
using that,
Huge.
and that's he's
doing great.
Why not?
This is going to be. It'll be fun to
It'll
watch.
be
but
fun.
Kurt has had this ideal for many years with IU. Let's bring a coach in here that's willing to just let you see behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it would sell. I think that show would sell.
I do too.
Yeah.
Somebody like a
Bring in a
Deion
big name
Sanders,
coach.
a huge name,
And let them
know.
see behind the scenes the
Right.
recruiting process,
Do a reality show.
the
Everything.
practices, everything.
Yeah.
Let them see
Yeah.
it all.
and maybe name it. You think you can do it here?
Yeah.
Or-
Yeah.
Right,
you know, something
yeah.
like that. I mean, Colorado's not, a blue blood football school.
They've
Right,
had
right.
some, they've had some good years, yeah, but not recently. They've gone about
Right.
2 decades.
But they're not
now.
an Alabama or
He
a
was the
Clemson.
player
Or,
that played for them in the early '90s that had the miracle in Michigan. He was the quarterback for the Steelers for a while. I have to look at it, but he was part of
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
He was part of that era
Right.
at Colorado.
Right.
So
Was
yeah,
that
they
Coach from Northwestern that went out there. What was his name?
Burnett.
Mark Burnett.
Yeah.
Burnett. Yeah,
He had
yeah.
a real good.
So-
yeah, he was a good coach.
Right.
Yeah.
Good
Well,
stuff.
DiNardo was out there for a little bit.
He
wasn't
was as an
Oh, I
offensive
didn't know
coordinator.
that.
Yeah.
oh,
And a national
won a national championship.
Yeah, 90, I think.
I don't know that.
90 or 91.
Been a while. It's been a minute.
We'll leave that to our producer. He'll find
yeah,
out.
he'll figure that out.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah.
I would going back to basketball for a
Yes,
second.
please. Go
I
ahead.
want to. One of my favorite all-time stories. Kurt knows this story. I've told it. It goes back to the sectionals. Bloomfield had beat Worthington like 90-20 earlier in the season. Okay,
I
they had a really, really good team.
I do love this story.
Highly ranked.
Okay, now wait a minute. About what, 1990?
No,
Is that what you said?
70s.
Oh, this.
Early
Oh, okay.
70s.
Early
Okay.
70s.
All right.
My dad was the principal at Switch City then, who was in charge of opening and closing the gym. Bloomfield, Worthington played stall ball. So Bloomfield was down by 1 point with like 3 seconds on the clock.
Wait a minute. You said Bloomfield played stall ball.
Stall ball.
Worthington played stall ball.
Worthington played stall ball.
Okay.
Bloomfield's never played stall
Bloomfield
ball.
does play stall ball very often. This wasn't the case. This may be who they learned it
Worthington
from.
was playing stall
Yes.
ball. Okay, gotcha. I
All
thought
right,
you said
it's
star ball.
They're down 1 point with like 3 seconds to go.
Okay, no,
Bloomfield.
I'm sorry to
No, I'm
pause you.
trying to. It's in the sectional. Go ahead.
So there may be viewers that don't know what stall ball is.
Stall ball is where
You're holding the ball.
in high school you do not have a shot clock. So if you
can
are
just
fundamentally
hold it.
sound enough, you can pass the ball, dribble the ball for the whole game.
You're you're just holding
Unless
the ball. Okay.
unless you decide to foul them or you steal it.
Right. Okay.
So
So go ahead.
Yep. So anyway, they throw the ball length of the court. Guy turns around, shoots, kind of like Christian Laettner did for Duke that one time, hits the shot. The referees look at it. They say, nope, no, it didn't count. Didn't get it off in time. The buzzer went off. So they go to the locker room. They're all, and I've talked to Rick Hudson, who used to, one of my favorite, he used to do Green County Sports Network, and talk about this. But they went in the room, drinking their Cokes. The referee comes in. We're going to replay it. We don't know we got it right. This is before they had video reviews. So they had a discussion about it. They said, we're going to replay that play. So they go
Wait
down.
a minute. Not watch a replay, but actually go and
Do-over.
replay that.
You're going to do a do-over.
do-over.
Yeah, they did a do-over. This
I've
really
never
happened.
heard of that. Okay, go ahead.
This is classic. They go out, Bloomfield does the exact same play, hits the exact same shot, and they say, nope, didn't count.
Oh, no.
Second time.
Oh, no.
They lost that game. So the topper on all this, Guy
Now,
Glover,
did
who
Worthington
is,
have a team that year at all? Basically, I mean, were they,
I can't answer that. I
Okay,
don't know.
okay.
But I don't think they were great because, Bloomfield had handled them pretty easily earlier in the year.
yeah.
Glover calls my dad at 3. Guy Glover, who's a coach, pretty legend. He's in the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
The gym's at Bloomfield's named after him now. He called my dad at 2 a.m, said, we got to go open that gym. We got to replay this game. My dad goes, no. My dad goes, Guy, he goes, that game's over. And he goes, no. He goes, no, we got to go back and we got to open that gym and we got to replay this game. He was serious. It had bothered him that much. And that to me is Indiana
That's
high
it.
school basketball.
That's
Yeah.
in a nutshell right there.
I mean,
Yeah.
it was killing him.
that bothered him so much.
Yeah, he had a great team. Great
That
team.
he
They were
called.
expected to maybe make a run at the state that year.
Oh, wow. That would have been a hickory.
Oh yeah. And it just absolutely devastated.
And there's thousands of other stories like that.
Yeah, I know. If you
throughout
talk,
the
if you
years.
talk
I mean,
to any of
you
those
gotta talk
players
to
on that
people,
team,
yeah.
they like, oh, it's the worst night of my life. He goes,
I bet.
he goes, I don't go a day without thinking about it.
And that's just in this little community here in our backyard, all over the
Yeah.
state of
Oh, can
Indiana.
you imagine?
There's
Yeah.
so many great Indiana high school
Oh, yeah.
basketball
So
stories
true.
like that.
Absolutely,
So true.
absolutely.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I love going to the gyms just for the atmosphere. Kurt and I went to Indian Creek last year, and they're famous for their homemade ice cream, and it was delicious. Their FFA club makes the homemade ice cream, and if you go to Indian Creek, get the ice cream. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Every little school's got a little.
Toby Yoho's
Thing.
got ice cream.
Yeah, yeah,
I was there.
yeah.
Yeah. Watching my granddaughters.
Right.
How about that?
So,
Yeah.
Now there's a gym, and you'll know which one it is. You both probably will. You probably will too, because you travel so much the state of Indiana, Southern Indiana somewhere. Maybe the mascot is the Senators.
Washington.
West Washington. Mhm.
West Washington.
The gym
That's
is
what
like
Switch City is. Yeah, White River Valley, same way.
their
Sunk.
gym is
It's sunk.
sunken.
Sunk.
Is
My
so
favorite
cool.
gym.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mine too.
Yeah,
Garrett
they
played
won't
there.
make it anymore because they say it's a fire hazard. Yeah, it's true.
Though that was so cool. Yeah, because you come in on
Yeah,
top,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then it layers. Oh,
Yeah.
it's just the coolest
The,
looking gym.
Newcastle has the exact same
Chrysler
thing.
Arena.
It's the largest high school gym, I believe, in the
amazing.
United States.
It's right next door to the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame.
Oh,
And I highly recommend
Yeah.
if you are
Oh,
if
it's
you've
amazing.
even seen a basketball in your life.
It's amazing.
Go to that Hall of Fame. It's
and where's it at?
Newcastle.
Newcastle.
In Newcastle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Well
good.
worth it.
I don't know the exact number, but of the top 20 gyms in the United States, we got like 13 of the hold the most
Yeah.
people
I think we have 9 of
in
the
the
top
United
10.
States.
That's not surprising. It is
We are
Indiana.
Indiana is basketball crazy. They
Yeah.
really are.
Yep.
Yep. Still are.
That's awesome.
right.
This was a fun walk down memory lane. Some great great memories about Indiana basketball. Man, it really is our
heritage.
It's our heritage,
Yeah.
our passion. It's our
Tradition.
Yeah, I mean, it's everything. It's our state flower. It's
It
our
means everything.
You know what I mean?
It's
Like
really
everything.
They
summed
say,
up.
in 49 states, it's basketball, but not in Indiana.
Nope.
It's really summed up in the part in the movie Hoosiers, where Shooter, the town drunk,
Yep.
comes in and he meets the coach in the diner, and,
Oh,
and he goes
yeah.
through the whole down one, let her fly,
Yep.
In
Yes.
and out.
in and out.
Picket fence.
But I was
Yeah.
fouled.
And then he turns into an alcoholic. And
I was
that
fouled.
sums it up. Yeah, he was fouled.
I can't imagine you haven't, but if you've not seen the movie Hoosiers,
Oh,
it's a
drop
must
what
see.
you're doing now.
Stop right now and
Please,
go watch it.
Go watch it.
Because we're going to sign off now so you can go
That's right.
immediately.
That's right.
We
Yes,
wouldn't want
you're
you to leave us,
welcome.
but it's okay.
Right.
So, yeah,
Right.
we'll wrap things up now. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope you've enjoyed this time with us. If it's the Lord's will, we'll be back again next Friday to do it all again on WCSM's General Store. For Kurt and Mark and Bill, I'm Sheila. Thanks for hanging out with us.